Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your beloved storyteller. We are back with another story. This is called The DoorDash Order. Now, this is one of those stories that could likely happen. So, without further ado, let us continue into the story. My name is Sean. I order DoorDash for dinner. I do all the time. I always know what to expect. I place my order, the dasher picks it up, and I get it. Boom. Done. Although this was different. I bought $80 worth and I tipped $6. The driver told me he was waiting to pick up my food. But as I'm in the app, I see something strange. The driver, he's leaving already. But he didn't even pick up my food. How can he be leaving? He's just gone. I'm looking at the map and it shows him heading to a nearby neighborhood. I don't know why he would be, but he is. And then all of a sudden, I get a phone call. He says, "Hello, sir. I accidentally marked the order as complete. Can you please give me your address again so I can go to your address and drop off your food?" To which I reply, "But you never picked it up to begin with." To which he replies, "Yes, I did. The app just didn't load yet." So I think to myself, who am I to judge whether or not he picked it up? Maybe he was right. Maybe the app simply just didn't load yet. So I give him my address and I tell him I'll be waiting at the front door. But before I can finish my sentence, he hangs up. As soon as I gave him my address, he just hung up. I thought that was a bit rude and a bit strange, but I didn't say nothing. I then see his cursor moving toward me on the map. Of course, it's moving quickly. In about 15 minutes' time, I hear a knock on my door. Hello? I open it. Oh, hello. Are you Sean? Yes. Yes, I am. Are you Anthony? Yes, I am. Perfect. Can I have your driver ID? Yes, it is 8102. Thank you. As he hands over the food, I take it and I shut the door, but his foot gets caught in the door jamb. He tells me, "I'm sorry." He said I couldn't help but to notice how much your tab was and how little you tipped. I told him I'm sorry, but he must be confused, trying to dodge the awkward encounter. He told me he wasn't confused and that he was wondering why it was so little. To which I told him times were hard, that he had to understand. Unfortunately for him, he did not want to understand because then he said that I shouldn't be spending that much money when times were hard in general, and that I needed to learn if I didn't have money to tip, then I shouldn't have money to spend. And part of him was right. I knew I shouldn't have bought that much, but at the same time, I needed to. So I told him that he needed to simply back off. He got aggravated and he shoved me back as he entered my house. He's shouting now, "You didn't give me my money that I deserve." He says he drove all the way from Ohio. I told him he could have saw the tip before he accepted the order, and why did he accept it? He told me because people like you have a special place that I need to put you in. It was at that moment I realized he was no longer there to deliver food as much as he was to punish me. But for what? For being poor? I told him he was being hysterical. He told me he wasn't being hysterical enough. And that's when I ran into my bedroom and locked the door. That is when I had to think fast. As I heard him banging on my door, I looked around my room for anything to defend me. I saw a gun. No, a BB gun. Yes. I picked it up and I aimed it toward the door. With one big crash, he knocked down the door. I told him if he didn't back up right now, then I would have no chance but to take force. He didn't. I popped off 2 BBs, but they bounced off of him. They didn't do much. But, he wasn't fazed by it. He grabbed the gun out of my hand and he broke it across my head. That's the last thing I remember as it all faded to black. I wonder to this day if I would have tipped him differently, if I still would have my eyesight.